Mark here for another great Wisdom and Knowledge 5 podcast episode. Well, with everything that's going on in America, my country, I know what's going on around the world, but let's focus on America because that's where I live. You know, you have the slogan that you grew up on, land of the free, you know, and with everything that's going on right now in my country, land of the free, more like land of the enslaved. And it's you could also say enslaved and deceived. So many people are buying in to what is going on, and people are standing up too. But so many people are sucked into this political nonsense, and they actually think, "Hey, we're winning, we're winning, we're winning." Well, I want to break this down for you. And newsflash, we are not winning when we buy into political nonsense, when we follow political nonsense, when we are obsessed with political nonsense. I'm someone who stands for humanity, stands for human rights, stands for peace, and peace could not be, further away in my country of America, contrary to what you personally think. You're entitled to your own opinions, of course, but we are living here and we see what is really going on. So I want to break it down, share some videos, articles, you name it, to provide facts as to what is really going on. So let's begin. Now, a lot of you probably remember this back in 2024.
Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again.
Okay, so he says in 4 years you won't have to vote again. So what is going to happen? By then, is it going to be one world government? What do you mean by that? That's a huge red flag to people who fully comprehend what's going on, fully get it, get things like Agenda 2030, get things where they want a one world government, you name it. You'll never have to vote again. You know, what does he mean by that? It really makes you wonder, as someone who, fully comprehends what's going on, understands that there is an agenda at play, and these people are all said puppets, out there to fulfill this agenda, then yeah, it really makes you think. And so many people are sucked into supporting this. It's like, why? Why? Can't you, how can we get it, but you can't? And a lot of people are cheering this on, saying, "This is so great. Oh, I love this." Eating it up. And then you look at this from August. Donald Trump summoned big tech CEOs to a White House dinner. So look at this. Zuckerberg, all the big players, Tim Cook, Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg, and a bunch of others were there at this meeting, you know? So, in case you didn't, newsflash, in case you didn't realize it, Trump is obsessed with AI. If Trump could be the father of AI, he would take credit for it, and AI is set to, ramp up. AI is set to replace humanity. It's, completely alter humanity, and it's not for the better. There's a reason why these agendas are out there and why they are obsessed with it, whether it be politicians, these big tech people. I'm sorry, these big tech people. I mean, it's funny too, because so many people are, oh, I'm against Zuckerberg. I'm against Gates. I'm against, vaccines. I'm against this and that. But I love Trump. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He's working with these people. And then you're like, no, but he's really, yes, He's working with these people. It cannot, I'm providing you the proof right there. He's working with these people. Yet so many people are still sucked into, you know, believing that this guy's doing good, that this guy's turning around America, and it's going to be further from the truth. And look at this, okay? Newsflash for you. You people who are, let's say, let's provide a really good example. Okay, you are someone who stands against, vaccines, like I do, stands for natural health. Look at this. Bill Gates makes an unprecedented move just a day after private meeting with Trump. Well, this is another part of the gameplay. Just 24 hours removed from a private meeting with President Trump's globalist Bill Gates has pulled a massive amount of funding he was providing to a radical left-wing group. The Microsoft founder arrived at the White House Tuesday afternoon with the intention of courting Trump on the importance of global funding to health issues in the globe, including AIDS and malaria prevention. Uh, right here, look, right there. After calling Project Warp Speed one of the greatest achievements ever, President Trump met with Bill Gates at the White House today. Okay, Operation Warp Speed was the vaccine rollout for, COVID, and some people say it was also the 5G rollout, uh, which is completely, destructive to our health. All the 5G towers rolling out 5G in your phones, you name it. But anyways, so wait a minute. You're somebody who's, for health freedom against these vaccines, and then you're buying into somebody who is pushing it, somebody who says, and newsflash, this is what he said right here. Americans, this is in 2020, right here. Look at this. December 3rd, 2020. Americans will be taking Trump vaccines, says White House spokeswoman. Right there. The White House has again claimed credit for the rapid development of the coronavirus immunizations, with the president's top spokesperson branding the forthcoming shot as the Trump vaccine. Uh, Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany told reporters it was a tremendous achievement for the U.S. to have as many as 40 million vaccine doses ready by year's end. Yeah, really sounds like somebody, who you would want to be following, if you were uh against these shots. And then look at this. This just happened right here.
I'm announcing today that my administration will lead an international effort to enforce biological weapons convention, which is going to be meeting with the top leaders of the world by pioneering an AI verification system that everyone can trust. Hopefully the UN can play a constructive role, and it will also be one of the early projects under AI. Let's see how good it is, because a lot of people are saying it could be one of the great things ever, but it also can be dangerous, but it could be put to tremendous use and tremendous good, and this would be an example of that.
And I love what they said in the post, the person who posted this, and much loved to you for posting it. Enjoy your waning moments of freedom in this flesh realm. Makes sense now why AI and AI data centers are coming at warp speed, doesn't it? The beast system at the doorstep. It really is the beast system at, completely at your doorstep. And so many people are still following this guy. It's like, how, why? It's like common sense. Come on. You know, this guy's obsessed with AI. That's why he's meeting with all these tech billionaires. That's why he's, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I just don't get why you would still be following this guy after all this. And there's so much more you can get into. And then I saw this when I was out and about today. If you are going to burn our flag, please wrap yourself in it. I'm somebody who personally wants nothing to do with the flag. I mean, when you give billions of dollars to Israel, when you're obsessed with Israel, it basically is the United States of Israel, in my opinion. And I have no, if you like the flag, go for it. That's your thing. But me, myself, I have no interest in the flag. But calling somebody who burn burns the flag to go and kill yourself with it? No, I'm sorry. Never thought I'd be living in a society like that. People are completely, brainwashed to the point of absurdity, buying into an agenda, buying into, hate when I'm all about love, I'm all about freedom. You know, I'm all about peace. This doesn't seem very peaceful to me, and I'm sure this person probably claims to be a Christian too, and not very Christ-like. So, when you look at what's going on, you know, why would you still, you know, say, hey, look, this guy's great, this guy's, you know, uh, doing so good. It's exact opposites. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for doing this episode, from people who are, followers, but why? Why play into the political game to begin with, the divide and conquer? Why not just stand for humanity? Why not just, speak up, be a light in this world? Somebody who but instead you want to follow somebody who, uh supports a G side, somebody who, is all about their own special interest, not the people. No, not the people at all. Somebody who is bringing in tyrannical dictatorship at warp speed, somebody who is, and then they say, oh yeah, we're against Agenda 2030 and things like that and speak out. They're ushering in their thing. The agenda is coming in full force. So do not be fooled. You know, don't be fooled at all. Wake up, people. Come on. And to those who, cannot stand this guy, cannot stand, hopefully you can't stand politics, but people who cannot stand this guy but think that there's the other solution out, the other side, you know, stand up instead of that, stand up for humanity, stand up for human rights, stand up for peace, stand up for, making this world a better place because, you know, the political divide and conquer game is why we are where we are right now in this country. So, people wake up, because time is of the essence. This is like rapidly at warp speed become an America that I don't even recognize. So much love to those who do get what's going on, but when I talk to people from all over the world, they get, I mean, that are standing up, it's not like this. They're not sucked into the political nonsense. They, fully agree with me that it is ramping up like never before. And I get that the agenda is going worldwide, but it is ramping up like never before here in America. And I never thought I'd live to see this day. And much love to those who are out there who are standing for humanity, standing for human rights, get what's going on. And to those who, claim to and aren't fully comprehending what's going on, when are you going to wake up? It's as simple as that. You know, you only get one life. You only get one chance to stand up. And that's why I speak out. That's why I stand up and, you know, create these podcast episodes and interview people from all over who are taking a stand for humanity, who are talking about issues that are affecting humanity. And much love to the world. Much love to those uh, who are standing for peace, standing for humanity, and standing for all that is good with this world. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to, check out my other episodes, and I look forward to bringing on more great guests. And from Wisdom and Knowledge 5, I am Mark signing off. Have a great night. Much love to you.